Hello there, so it is the big day. The date today is the 22nd of March, and something very significant is happening today with Hcmc and potentially with their share price as well. Now before we do begin the video talking about what has happened, I do need to apologise for missing yesterday's upload. Honestly, that was an accident and that is why I'm bringing you an episode earlier in the day. Don't worry, your normal episode will be out later tonight as well. I'm making two videos today on Hcmc. We are just covering this one a bit earlier as well because I did want to update you in the earlier hours, hopefully before the market even opens, and talk about what we could potentially be seeing today with Hcmc, because as I have mentioned, today is one of the most significant days that we have seen in a few weeks for sure. I think we could subsequently see some very interesting motions on Hcmc's share price. So I'm going to be explaining everything that you might want to know in this quick video. Do make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if that sounds like an idea, and if you do want to hear it. But now that I've mentioned that, we are going to jump into this video and look at how Hcmc has been moving over the past few days, and obviously what is happening today and how this could have a huge impact on Hcmc's share price. So we are going to start off on the Google charts just to simplify things a bit. This gives us a general story about what has been happening with Hcmc in the past week specifically. The past week is seeing sell-off action. If we do look on the charts here, we can see that we are now down by about 17.64%. Friday was a relatively flat day. We did fall, but we went up a little bit towards the earlier hours of the end on Thursday, so it does make sense that we fell a bit. So again, if you'd have bought this one at the dips on Thursday at the absolute low, you would still have been up on Friday, but of course just because Friday ended up so high, begun so high, we were seeing a bit of sell-off action for the rest of the day. But ultimately, looking on the one-day charts, things were basically flat. With Hcmc, we do generally see a lot of volatility, as you can see here, where things move in a very flat action, however, do fluctuate up and down a little bit. Now on Friday, we can see this was the first day where we didn't really see much, and I think this was in anticipation of the Monday. So Hcmc, as we have discussed before, is obviously a company which works on healthier choices. It is kind of in the name, and it makes sense. One of their biggest areas in my eyes is the vape stores, and that is because one, they have loads of patents in that area, and two, because it is the most developed part of the business. It's all nice saying that they have these organic food stores, but looking at what we have down here, we can see they have about 3 or 4 food stores. They have 8 vape stores, and a lot of their vaping technology is very interesting, and again, if they are to win this lawsuit, that could have a big impact going forwards into the future. So a lot of potential is on the table. But getting back to the actual catalyst for today and why we could see Hcmc explode. That is because when we look on Pacer Monitor, which is basically a website which helps us to track what is going on with a lawsuit, we can see all the way back on the 10th of March we had this last article published. Now the 10th of March was the last date that we saw anything significant. But if we do have a quick look here, we can see that Philip Morris's motion to dismiss was a failure. So what happened is Philip Morris tried to dismiss this case, and obviously I am not a law expert, I'm sure you already know that, but basically Philip Morris, to sum things up very simply, Hcmc are trying to sue them. Philip Morris say, well, we don't want to be sued, so they have a motion to dismiss, trying to dismiss the court case, and obviously the judge has said that they can't dismiss at the moment because they have no reason. And that makes sense, right? If there's no reason to dismiss a case, then why can it be dismissed? If they have a valid point, perhaps, but at the moment, of course, Philip Morris's motion to dismiss was failed due to a failure to state a claim. So again, that sums things up pretty simply. They just failed to state a claim, and for that reason, their motion to dismiss was actually extended for a bit. So on today, we are looking for a response from Philip Morris. It is the 22nd, as you can see, and this is the deadline for defendant Philip Morris USA to actually state a response. So that is going to be interesting today. We will have to see what happens. I think this one is going to be interesting. I think it is definitely the first day that we are going to see some action in Hcmc, hopefully. I'm not sure whether we are going to see upwards motion or downwards motion. I think it is hard to say, and a lot of that does depend on what Philip Morris comes out with. But ultimately, I think today is going to be the first day of motion for Hcmc. I would love to hope so. But yeah, that is the news for Hcmc. So of course a lot is going on today. Hopefully we could be seeing some volatility, and I hope that I am bringing another video to you guys in a few hours talking about another green day for Hcmc. If we do look on the Yahoo Finance charts, which are a bit more detailed, we can see that actually volume was stepping up towards the end of the week, and if we have a quick look at the pattern that we can see ever so slightly, things are starting to level out, and again, volume extremely high on the Friday at about 3.53 billion. And that further emphasizes the point that I believe, which is that a lot of people were looking to buy HCMC on the Friday and are very optimistic about what might be happening today. So all of that is to come in the next 5 to 6 hours, and again I'll be bringing you another video at around 5 o'clock tonight UK time, perhaps a bit later, but yeah, you do have that to look forwards to. So I'll be reacting to everything that has happened in the day, including HCMC's share price and how things have moved. Thank you for joining me for this quick one though. I thought I'd just give you an update, so I will see you again later. Goodbye until then.